So there is a breaking piece of information out about the Federal Reserve and about what they may or may not be doing in December and November moving forward with interest rate hikes. Apologize in advance. There's a highway behind me. I'm at a really cool little venue down here in Texas at an event, but I wanted to get this to you. Here's the thing. So if there is a little road noise, there's a highway right behind me. So here's the thing I wanted to tell you about. There is a consensus breaking and kind of a story developing around the fact that here's what we know. In November, on November 1st and 2nd, the Federal Reserve is set to meet. They are going to do an interest rate hike. And this does matter to crypto, by the way, right? Because inflation is the key narrative that's been here for 2022 and the Federal Reserve and what they've been doing to try to combat it. In November 1st and 2nd, the Federal Reserve is going to meet and they're going to raise interest rates 75 basis points. That's pretty much a given. It's been built into the market. We know that's going to happen. Here's the rest of the story. Everybody's going to be watching the jobs report that's going to be coming out, as well as the next CPI report that we're going to get in November. This will be October's numbers for the CPI report that we'll get. Then we'll get that report in November. If that looks like it may be improving a little bit, we're hearing that the winds of change may be brewing a little bit, and we could potentially start to see a lessening, a loosening up, if you will, of the aggressive Federal Reserve interest rate hikes, i.e. we might see in December maybe a 50 basis point raise or maybe even less. We don't know. The point I'm making is that it could start to be signaling the time that we're starting to see a turning of the tide here, which could bode very, very well for crypto to start maybe moving back up slowly over time. If this does in fact happen, so we're going to keep our eye on the jobs report that's going to be coming in the very near future, as well as the CPI report that we're going to get in November, around November 12th or 13th. So stay tuned. I wanted to get this to you though. This is something that I'm just hearing about, and it's an interesting thing because right here, right now, everybody was kind of thinking that, look, we're probably going to get another 75 basis rate hike in December, which could still happen depending upon what we get with these reports. But bottom line, if we start to see a little bit of an improvement, we could start to be moving up. So I'm going to keep an eye on those reports for you. If you haven't already done so, hit that subscribe button below, and I'll see you. This is some pretty interesting news coming out. All right, I got to go. I'll see you.